All right, and here we are. Here we go. So this is Super Smash TV. We're playing it on the SNES. Sorry, my controller wires are all tangled up. There we go. Which, from what I hear, this is one of the this is a pretty decent way to play it. I've enjoyed it all right. It's supposed to be a twin stick game, but no sticks on the SNES. But you know, fortunately, the D-pad and the buttons are laid out like a diamond, so it's kind of a decent substitute. Cows, welcome in. Great to have you here. Cows are important. Happy Tuesday. Ooh, it's a little loud. Bring it down a touch. You missed Contra, Cows, but you didn't really miss anything. It was an okay, but overall mediocre night of Contra. But now we're going to play Smash TV. And we're going to give this about an hour and a half, 2 hours, somewhere around there. Several attempts, and then we'll move on to Pikmin 2. So we're just doing it on normal mode. I've played this 3 times on the stream, I think. Maybe only 2, I'm not sure. 2 or 3 times. Okay, right up. You have to love a game that says, good luck, you'll need it at the beginning, right? And it's not wrong. I haven't really played it enough to meaningfully develop like my strategy for how to play the game. My sort of leading ideas are it's best to try and hold the center rather than retreat all the way around the room for the most part. There are definitely some enemies where the opposite, I think, is true. But for the most part, I think you want to hold the center. And it's a good idea to stand near power-ups and hold off on picking them up until they're about to expire. Particularly if you're already using a different power-up. Those are my thoughts. Oh no, I can't go to the right here. I didn't pay very good attention to the map. Ah. No, I ran into a mine. No, I saw it there and I was trying to avoid it and I still ran into it. Okay, we got our life back at least. This weapon prevents you from walking close to the edge of the room. It's a real double-edged sword, that one. You also probably don't want to be firing at every moment, but to actually conserve and fire your weapons kind of deliberately. But I find it very hard to behave that way. Oh no. Oh yeah, I got it. I thought I was too slow on picking up that item. I hate when they put a power-up on top of a mine. I shouldn't have gone for it. When we have a friend like I do now, the friend lasts. Oh no, the friend lasts until you take damage, or until the friend takes damage. Was what I was saying. And I was amazed at how long I was able to prevent our friend from taking damage. But, you know, all good things come to an end, I guess. Bonus room. Because I'm always, like, constantly firing at every possible second, I feel like the bullets, like the weapon upgrades are on a timer, but they're not. They have an ammo. You can actually see how much ammo is left for the weapon I'm holding under my score when I have one. It'll be green tiles there that show how much is remaining. I want that present, but it's between too many mines. Ooh, one up. I picked up that item and lost it immediately. There was not even a millisecond gap in which I had that item. It was gone instantly. I want that spread gun. Invincibility is like the Contra invincibility. It makes the enemies die. This room is going on a while. I don't know how I didn't die. That was nonsense. If I were the enemies, I would be furious right now. Alright, boss time. The bosses in this game. The bosses are the thing that make the game completely unreasonable. I forgot about the swarm of red bees that were going to come in. Invincibility is nice and all, but it, another invincibility. I can't actually damage the enemy with my regular gun, so if it's just gonna give me invincibility, it's not doing me any favors. Oh, I'd like those bombs. No, I wanted those bombs. No. Zen-chan, great to see you. Back to this boss again. This is the stage 1 boss. There's not a whole lot of back, too, going on here. It's more like still at. Pleasure to have you here, Zen-chan. I shouldn't have challenged him. I wanted that spread gun so badly. I really wish I didn't have to lose so many lives. This is pretty much how this typically goes for me. I'm not really doing any better or worse than I usually do against this boss. One moment, please. How's this part been treating you? Looks tough. Very tough. This is one of the hardest games that I've played. This is one of the hardest games I've played, maybe the hardest game I've played. That's hard, but not because it's terrible. Because, you know, like E.T., Echo, Superman, Rayman, those are all really hard, but they're also terrible. Is it unlimited credits? No. No, I get 4 extra credits. If it were unlimited credits, you would just be able to brute force your way through the game, because even with the extra credits, you just pick up right where you died. The credits are really generous, but there's not many of them. And actually 4, I just said there's not many of them, but 4 seems actually overly generous. And it's still not enough for me. No. I didn't even see this item. I picked it up without ever even seeing it. This game is available on a couple different platforms, and it may have unlimited credits on a different platform. It has an easy, normal, and a hard mode, and there may be more credits in the easy mode, I don't know. I've only played it on normal. I don't know if this guy is supposed to be shirtless, or if he is just wearing a shirt that's very similar to his skin tone. Apparently, playing this game single player like I'm doing is a tremendous mistake. The game apparently, from what I'm given to understand, the game is really only designed. The game is designed expecting you to play with a friend, and it does not rebalance itself for one player. At least from what I've heard. Yuck. That life loss really hurt because it came at the same time I was grabbing a screen clear item. Down and right, and then try to get to the top left. I know if you're looking at the map and paying attention to the directions that I said, that didn't... My little mumbling to myself didn't make any sense. But that's because I looked at one room and I planned my route there by assuming one orientation of the map. Like I was reading the map from the bottom up. And then for the second room, I assumed a different orientation for some reason. Like I was reading the map from left to right. So what I said did not sound accurate, but it was in my brain. I think that these are like hovering torso robots, but they read to me very zombie-like. I kind of interpret these enemies to be football-playing zombies. I think he has to be shirtless. I certainly hope he isn't wearing a shirt that tight. It's like a shrink wrapping. It's like he's in cellophane. If you like, like really hard, like arcadey kind of like shooter games, I think that this game is really good. Like, I would definitely recommend this to other people, but I think you have to kind of go into it being okay with not beating it, because I don't know that I'm ever going to. I probably could have gotten out of that situation if I had been just a little more clever or a little more lucky. If I ever do beat this game, it's going to involve an extreme amount of luck. Everyone who watches the VOD will be sure I cheated, because the amount of luck will be way too high. I talked a moment ago about how, like, my general thought is that holding the center is probably a good strategy. These enemies, I think, are an exception to that. I actually think these enemies are easier to deal with from a corner position. I know they're going to come out of the right soon. I need to get away from that right-hand door. They've been not coming out of the right for a while. We're overdue. Oh, I want that. Oh, this game. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. No! I think you definitely want to play this on something that allows you a dual stick control. The SNES controller is like I sort of defend it as a reasonable substitute, but it is still just a substitute. I've actually already picked up this game, a copy of this game on the PS2. It's in a like arcade collection game on the PS2. But I'm holding off on playing it. I'd like to try and beat this version first, because I think once I play the PS2 version, it's gonna kind of ruin this version for me. I would have liked to have gotten those bombs. I sacrificed a life to grab a 1-up. Come on, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. No, the 1-up. This game inspires me to make some truly terrible noises. Look at this. Look, these rooms. Some of these rooms just go on and on and on. I think the terrible noises mean the game is working. What are these awful noises? Well, you see, that just means the game is working. I like that. Oh no. I got too used to my invincibility, I wasn't paying attention to it wearing off. Oh, this room is just like the one before. It's always worth it to lose a life to grab it. As long as you grab the extra life, it's always worth it to sacrifice your current life for it, because when you respawn, you get a free invincibility item, you know, at the beginning of your spawn, so. I don't know what happened there. Perhaps a glitch in my favor. I just don't even know that this is possible with one player. There's just so many of these enemies. The room just lasts forever. This game may actually be a case of a game that I have to play on easy to learn it before I can play it on a... before I'll ever be able to beat it on normal. I may legitimately have to play this game on easy. But I'm kind of too stubborn for that. No, hanging out down there in that corner was going so well for me for such a long time. All right, stage 2 boss. That was weird, the way things froze up for a moment. I don't know how to keep this guy from stepping on me. This guy is so rude. I don't know. I just don't know how to defend myself from this guy. He just comes over and steps on me whenever he wants, and I don't... There's no way to dissuade him from doing it. Sometimes it seems I can push him around a little bit with my gun, and other times, there's just nothing. Hey, Man Burning, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. How goes the Smash TV grind? Not well. Not well at all. I'm definitely punching above my weight class with this game. And I'm a pretty heavy guy. Last credit now. There's just no way to escape him. When he decides he wants to step on me, there is nothing I can do. You're making me want to retry this game again, but part of me knows better. You should. Look at all the fun you could be having. You could be crying as much as me. Well, we're definitely not going to make it through this boss. He's eaten 2 entire credits, I think. I've beaten this boss 1 time. I've made it to stage 3. Once. For like a few seconds. This is simply not a game that's meant to be beaten. I feel like I like this game more than it deserves sometimes. It got me. Those are my initials. I'm sad. I just can't help myself. I want that big money. I want those big prizes. Here we go again. Sparrow, good to see you. Welcome in. I just suffered another crushing defeat at the hands of the Stage 2 boss. And I'm on my way for another. He just can't stop. He's addicted. I am a glutton for punishment. No, I've got several more tries in me. I shouldn't cry. I shouldn't cry so much. It's okay. I'm gonna beat this game one day. I may be 900 years old, but I'm gonna do it. There are two items that look really similar, and I always mix them up. The bombs and the orb friend. The item for both of those look very, very similar. And I always think I'm getting one when I get the other. Ooh, nasty placement on that. It only gave me one. I guess because I don't know why. The wall was too close. The mines were too close. I don't know. I wish there was a way to clear out the mines so I didn't have to walk around them so much. I can't stop eating Werther's candy. Today I learned Sparrow's a 90-year-old grandpa. I like Werther's candies. I haven't had one in a very long time. I figured it was super old school. Yeah, the helper robot really makes a difference with this game. Unfortunately I couldn't keep him any longer. This room isn't over? I thought we were pausing because it was over. I can't say that I own a, I can't say that I own a single piece of tweed clothing. I do enjoy a pipe on very rare occasions. Don't smoke, though. It's bad for you. Papa Frownie. I'd buy that for $1. No. I tried to thread the needle. Oh, Sparrow's pipe blows bubbles. I had one of those as a kid. I don't even really understand how these lasers work. I hate losing a life when I'm on my way toward an invincibility item. Don't you understand? Don't you understand how annoying that is? Why would you do this to me? Yuck. No way indeed. I have actually defeated this boss with 1 credit before. I have defeated this boss without using any of my extra credits. 1 time, I think. It is possible. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Get one of those hats. I can call you Sherlock Frownie. I got very into pipe smoking for like 2 years. I was into it as like a hobby. I had a friend who got me into it when we were in Korea. We would go to the coffee shop once a week and chat and smoke. I developed a taste for pipe tobacco and for coffee at the same time. But I can't even remember when the last time I can't even remember when the last time I smoked was at this point. It would have been when I lived in Houston, I think. Ah! No! That yellow guy. I disagree. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing you do, to be honest. There's some sort of stigma I have in my mind about that kind of thing, and you don't seem to fit that bill at all. About pipe smoking? Frownie was actually a mobster in Korea, St. John says. We gave it all up for retro gaming. You associate it with being antisocial. Oh. Well, see, that's funny because I really only got into it as a hobby, as a social experience. Because my friend who got me into it was a coworker. I didn't actually really know him that well at first. Where do you think Isaac came from? You think you can just unsubscribe? The lore to my backstory is getting rather dark. If you clear out all the enemies and then you try to hang out in the room after they're all gone and take a breather, it sends in another enemy to kill you real quickly. It sends in an enemy who's basically like a homing missile to wipe you out real fast. Wow. Wow, these missiles are great against the snakes. I don't think I ever knew that. I mean, the weapons are like all random, so it doesn't really matter. If this game had weapons like Contra, where you picked up a weapon and you kept it until you died, then it would be much more manageable. Okay, hold the center is definitely not the strategy for these big guys. These big guys, I think what you want to do is get them to group. And then work circles around them. And don't step into the mines. All of my thoughts on strategy could be 100% wrong, since I still would consider myself fairly new to the game. And on top of that, I'm not especially clever, so... But at least I am trying to think about... At least I am trying to think about how to get better. Maybe it'd be less embarrassing if I weren't. That room is agonizing. Gonna lurk for a bit. Thank you for the lurks in, Sean. Thank you very much, my friend. Wish they'd release this on the Switch eShop. Be a fun game to co-op with someone online. That would be great. I wish they would. I would love to have a friend. No, yuck. There's nothing embarrassing about playing a game designed for single player and designed for 2-player that doesn't scale for single player on your own. You know, I should be able to do it, though. I know that there are people that have. So it's not like the feat is impossible. I want out of that corner. So I can go stand in another corner. Whoa. I can't even really be upset that I died because it was miraculous that I was still alive to begin with. I'm upset about that. That was very upsetting. Well, it was nice knowing you, friends. Some of the weapons seem to be able to push him around a little bit. And that's nice. The thing is, I can't really rely on it because the weapons are random and they last temporarily. This weapon is awful. I suspect it's really strong, but basically when I pick up that weapon, I'm just saying I'd rather not attack the enemy for a few minutes. More Pikmin 2 tonight? Yeah, we're gonna start at Pikmin 2 at about 1 o'clock. I think I'm gonna do one more run at this game after this attempt, and then we're gonna switch to Pikmin 2. Yeah, the manual said something about the importance of the keys. You get a bonus if you collect enough keys. It doesn't say how many you need, but it implies that you need a whole lot of them. So yeah, I do try to go for the keys. I would try to go for them anyway. I always try and pick up the like money and stuff and get myself into trouble because of it. I mean, it's a game show, right? What's the point of playing if you're not going to go for the valuable prizes? I just hate how he just makes a run for me all the time. I'm not picking up that split peanut item. I'm not picking up that split peanut item. Give me a different item, game. It spawned a different item, but nowhere I could pick it up, and now there's the peanut again. Oh, thank goodness I got something different. I actually think that peanut is mandatory, though, is the thing. I keep refusing to pick it up. I think it's mandatory. I think that's why it spawns so frequently. I call it the peanut as well. Excellent. I'm in good company then. No way. I'm not sure if the no way is the boss saying, like, no way we did this much damage to it, or if it's the character saying, no way the boss has another phase. Yuck. I knew I was gonna lose that life, but I thought it'd be worth it to do as much damage as I could with the peanut. No. And, you know, it's like, what am I going to do? I'm trapped. This boss is so cheap, is he? This boss is the worst. Everything about this boss is terrible. He's indefensible. See, I have no idea how I'm going to make it any further through this game. It's like, yay, we beat the level 2 boss. It means nothing. I have no lives left. I don't want to be such a pessimist, but look at what I'm up against. So, Stage 3, I think it'll be a new PB for us if I can clear the first room of Stage 3. That's a pretty big if. Died right next to invincibility again. Year's supply of good meat. I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1. That face over there is releasing a lot of snakes. I don't know if the face is damageable or not. Oh, also I cleared a room, so this is the best I've ever done. We're now on my best run. I think that face is invincible. The number of mines in this room is simply criminal. No. Yeah, I've never beaten this game, Derek. So it's still technically my first playthrough. It probably will be my first playthrough for years. This game is this game is going to be very hard to get through. Years. Are you laughing at my optimism, MB? That would be more appropriate if I said decades. Maybe by the far off year of 1999, I will achieve a victory. All right, one more try. Oh, it's actually past 1 o'clock. I really shouldn't have started up another round, but oh well. Last run, then time for Pikmin. I love these yellow things that look like Beyblades, Cow says. The Beyblades thing is something that I missed out on entirely. They never made it to my part of the world. I don't know if I'm the wrong age for them or what, but... I don't think so. But even if they were like a slightly like younger person's thing, my sister was never into them. And usually any sort of thing like that missed me, we're close enough in age that it would have caught her. A bit old for them. They're crazy popular in my era. Fair enough. That was kind of my suspicion. Very much a kid toy in the early 2000s. All right. Yeah, so my sister would have been the right age to get into them though, but she never did either, so that's why were never even on my radar. I don't remember which way I was supposed to go. Whoa, Shrapnel Man. No. I'm doing bad. Never got into it personally, but there was big enough Beyblade issue both playing during research and a black market sales ring at my school that they got banned from even being on campus. I can't do this badly in the early game and expect to make any progress. Give me that 1-up. Turn our fortunes around with some 1-ups. I don't even know what hit me that time. Derek was never into him either.
I'd buy that for $1.
Glad this guy can't turn his head any further than he can. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not. But I will be soon. Don't you worry. Stop giving me invincibility. Give me something useful. I don't want the peanut, but what are you gonna do? The game's not giving me much. Oh, I'm dead and more peanuts. What? This boss reminds me of the toys the bad kid in Toy Story coupled together. Oh. Instead of Toy Story, I thought you said... I read that as the toy store. And I was like... Is this a story from Cal's personal life that I don't remember? He makes me think of Krang from Ninja Turtles. Derek says, I'm excited for Lightyear. Thankfully not, Cal says. No way. Hey, we made it through. I don't think we had to use a continue either, right? The 1cc run is still alive. What happens if you try to go back to the studio? Nothing. I never tried that before. I had to find out. Could have been an Easter egg I didn't know about. No, I was trying to fight my way to the 1-up. The game was suddenly very generous with 1-ups. Big prizes. One-ups. I love it. You can keep all the other prizes. Just give me 1-ups. So many 1-ups. I basically have a full credit now. What's going on? Did the game hear me? Boat ladder, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're well. I am getting repeatedly stomped by Smash TV once again. Although I had just had a crazy run of good luck with the 1-ups. This is the run, Cal says. Let's not get too carried away here. Making my way over to that item. I sure tried, but it was not in the cards. It's a shame that Pookie Stan hasn't dropped by, because Pookie seemed really excited to about this game the other night. But I was also thinking about Pookie because we were talking about salmon the other night, and I had salmon for dinner tonight. And it was delicious. I haven't had fish in a while. And the thing about that was, I didn't even know I had salmon in my freezer. I knew I had fish in my freezer, and I wanted to make fish. And I was digging around in my freezer, and I found the fish, but it was in the back, and I pulled it out, and everything in my freezer came tumbling out onto the floor, and then I had to I had to basically repack my entire freezer. I have come to the conclusion, though, that I have a completely unreasonable amount of frozen food, and so I'm making a dedicated effort to try and eat only what I have in my freezer for like the next 2 or 3 weeks. I need to do some research online, see if I can find some good recipes for freezer burned meat. No. I thought I'd be able to sneak through there. One of the things that gets me into a lot of trouble with this game is I never know which door the enemies are going to come through next. If I understood, like, the pattern of, like, they always, like, entered, like, around the doors clockwise or anti-clockwise or, you know. I don't know that, I mean, there's probably is no pattern to it, but if there were, it would really help me out. And it's just rude. It's just rude how disinterested this game is in helping me out. It's no way to treat a friend. Speaking of friends, I just lost my friendly robot helper. Things were going really well until that happened. No, it felt like this room was winding down, and I was thinking that couldn't possibly be right. I missed that bomb! No! Get the one up! Get the one up! There's another one up over there! I lost a life while I was looking at it. Oh, thank you, Chaos. That was that was actually mostly just a joke. I mean, I'm sure I do have freezer burn stuff to deal with. I have so much that it's impossible that none of it is. But I mostly said that as a joke. But no, thank you for the advice. No, I'm sure there's stuff that's gonna need help. I didn't really inspect my my hoard thoroughly. I was just like, wow, I've got a lot of meat. I need to not buy some meat for a while. No, you know what? I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad that you said something. Frownie is a dragon. I can definitely I can look at smog and and see a little bit of myself there. Specifically from the Rankin and Bass animated Hobbit film. I haven't actually seen the Peter Jackson Hobbit films. I saw the first one, but I didn't see the other two. I'm in trouble. Something really bad just happened there that wasn't entirely my fault, but it was, but you see this the thing was on my previous life, this weird thing happened where I had invincibility and then I grabbed another invincibility as my first one was running out without really seeing it. And I know that's what happened because my invincibility lasted way too long. But then I respawned and I just, for whatever reason, I had it in my head that my respawn invincibility was going to last as long as the double invincibility just did, and I foolishly over-challenged the boss. Oh, come on. Can we do this? Can I eliminate him without using up 2 entire more credits from my pocket? Probably not. No, why won't he ever just stay away from me? I don't think I hit him with a single bullet from the peanut. Come on. All it's doing is draining my lives. I hate this. I hate this boss so much. I'm not picking up that peanut. You can take all my lives. I'm not picking up the peanut ever again. We could have made it out of here with 2 credits still in the pocket. But the game chose to be such a nightmare. The boss fights just go on and on in this. That they do. Actually, it doesn't really, because the boss just comes over and stomps on me. The only reason the boss fights last so long is because I showed up with so many lives. That's disgusting. I hate that boss. If I could do anything about it, like, it's just, it's so frustrating. Like, you think that, like, firing at the boss, like, if you fired a constant stream of projectiles at the boss, that you would at least be able to keep him away from you. It's just so frustrating because he runs into your bullets, and it's like he gains momentum toward you as you hit him. It's like the opposite of what should happen. But when I don't shoot him, it doesn't help either, so I don't know. I don't know how to handle him. There's got to be some trick to it, right? Yuck. My corpse was overlapping a screen clear. Alright, this is, I made it here with a lot of lives. More lives than I've ever had for level 3. We may actually, if I'm really lucky, we may actually get to see the level 3 boss, even. If I'm really lucky. So, as much as I'm in a bad mood, thanks to the level 2 boss, we have a lot to celebrate right now. Okay, we want to go down and to the right. They put the mine in front of the exit. No turtles allowed. I like how many enemies on this level decided to show up wearing purple. I don't have any character cosmetic options in this game, but if I did, I'd choose the purple option too. Purple because this is the run. I really appreciate your optimism, Cows. I hope it isn't too crushing when I inevitably let you down. That was a pretty good room. Turtle chunks needed. There's so much stuff about turtles in this game. The last credit. Oh, there's an extra life down there. Oh, I did get that item. I wish walking over the mines while invincibility was active would make them go away. I understand why it doesn't, because you just clear them all out the first time you respawned, but if there were any way to make the mines go away, I would really enjoy taking advantage of it. I got real lucky. I got real lucky on my way over to this side of the room. No, so many lives. Dynamite Cobra boss. This isn't the boss. The game is lying to me. Another one up. But I lost my friend. This room feels like a bonus room. There's all this money and the enemies aren't that difficult to deal with. I say at my own peril. Alright, well, Well, the enemies are certainly difficult to deal with. My peril, indeed. My peril has arrived. Come on, game. Give me an extra credit. I think when you get a 1 in the far left position of the scoreboard, that you should get an extra credit. I think when you get a 1 in the far right position of the scoreboard, you should get an extra credit. No. I lost a life and an opportunity for the spread gun. I really need that screen clear. No, it's gone. Yuck, if they hadn't spawned out of that door, if they had just spawned out of the right or the top, I would have been okay. This room goes on for a lifetime. I've aged 1,000 years in this room. I see why they called this room a boss. Witness total carnage. Year's supply of good meat. That's what I've already got in my freezer. It's weird that it specifies good meat. I wonder if I can get a year's supply of like average meat or bad meat. I can't pay attention to all the prizes I'm winning, because who has time to read? Who has time to read in a game like this? That portion of the screen is clearly just there as a distraction. A year's supply of freezer burned meat. It's really good for me that your advice was to using marinades, because that's what I already planned to do anyway. I've talked a couple times about how I got a new grill just a couple weeks ago, and so I'm looking forward to doing a lot of sort of experimenting with marinades and sauces for grilled meats. I was really worried that that red swarm was gonna get me on my way to the invincibility. Use the buffalo gun. What's a buffalo gun? Ooh. want a copy of the exciting home game. No, I disagree. I want even more copies of the exciting home game. I know what all my relatives are getting for their birthdays for the next 20 years. Oh, that's it. I didn't make it to the level 3 boss. That was our chance. We could have seen him. Alright, well that's a new PB at least. Look at that! Top of the leaderboard! I say I beat the game. I did better than anyone else ever has. I call that a victory. And you said I couldn't beat the game. That looks like winning to me, Cow says. Oh. What a good game. What a good game this is. I'm so happy I've discovered it. I didn't even really know about this game until a few weeks ago. And it's really fun. I'm never going to be good at it, though. That's the sad thing. I don't think I'll ever be good at it. But it's a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna be done with Smash TV now. That actually lasted for like an hour longer than I planned for it to. But that's okay. We've still got plenty of time for Pikmin, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Pikmin 2 for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I might go a little late tonight, because I'm having a lot of fun with Pikmin 2. But thank you, my friends. Thank you for enjoying Smash TV with me. I hope that you've enjoyed it. There, because it's going to show up again. Probably not again this week. I'll probably put it on the schedule next week, as there's a lot of other things I want to get to yet. I just don't think I'm going to be able to make time for it. But it's a good time. So I'm going to take a short BRB, and I'm going to switch the consoles over and whatnot. And when you see me again, we'll play some Pikmin 2. So if you want to come along on that journey, then just stand by. I'll see you in a few minutes, my friends.